next read. So I actually want to do a reading vlog. I haven't done a reading vlog in like some months. I just started a new book yesterday and I'm really liking it. It's by an author that I have never read before. Actually no, I'm lying. I just recently read her. It is Donna Hill, and this is Rhythms. This is actually on my TBR list to read this year. My TBR list is slowly dwindling down because I'm a person that actually does follow my list. So I was really excited about this because it's set in 1927, which you guys know that's like 1920s, 1930s. That's during the Harlem Renaissance era, and you already know I love that. And it's basically about a girl. She comes from a family that is really religious. Her father is a preacher, and they live in Mississippi, a really small town named Rudell, I believe. But unexpectedly, her parents die, and she's like really sheltered. And she goes to Chicago because she's like really good at singing, and so she wants to pursue that. But something awful happens, which I don't know yet, and she comes right back to Mississippi, and then she has a daughter, and her daughter, like when her daughter gets older, she flees from Mississippi and never looks back because something also horrible happened to her. So that's what makes it intriguing, because I want to know like what's happening. In my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe the main character, her name is Cora Harvey. I'm thinking maybe the horrible thing that happens to her, she gets raped. I'm just like making all these guesses in my head. But Donna Hill's writing is unbelievable. Like, she is beyond visual. The book I read by her was, I think it's called Destiny's Daughters. I did a buddy read, and it was like three authors. Um, it was three sisters, and each author wrote like each sister. And Donna's part that she wrote was fantastic. So I was like, oh wait, you know what? I have a lot of her books, and this was on my TBR. So after reading that, I was like, oh, I have to read this. This will be my next pick. So when I tell you this writing is just unbelievable, it's like a movie in my head. Yeah, Donna Hill is an amazing author, and she doesn't get the praise or recognition, but you guys have to check a Donna Hill book out at least. Look, I have only read one, and I'm reading this one, and I'm already like, y'all gotta check it out. But yeah, and then this cover, I'm a sucker for cover. Love it. So yeah, that is what I am reading. It's Monday night. I actually got home a couple hours ago, had dinner. I gotta take this makeup off, and I pin curled my hair. I have Tuesdays off, so probably gonna go and work on, I haven't done a blog post in like a month. So I need to do that because I do have a website. It's unsungblacks.com. It's always linked in the description box, but I need to like do more on there. So I do want to work on that. And yeah, but you know how Mondays go. Like, oh, this morning I was literally thinking in my head, what can I say not to go to work? And the crazy thing is, I have an amazing boss. I love my job. I love my boss. But you know, them days you just want to like stay in bed. And today was that day. But it went by fast, and actually stayed an hour later. I'm beat. But yeah, I'm gonna take this makeup off, take a bath, and I'm gonna get myself into bed because I'm tired, sister. All right, guys. So it is the next morning. I've actually been up for a little bit. Well, it's not morning now. It's like 1 o'clock. Ended up getting up at like 8 because my sister called. We talked a little bit. Then Lord, I got on TikTok and was looking at stuff. and then went back to sleep, then woke up again, and yeah. Like Tuesdays, like I was stating, so Tuesdays are one of my days off, and it's like, you know how you have something, like all these things you want to do, and then when that day comes, it's like, do I feel like doing all that? I don't know why the mind works like that, or my mind works like that, but I do want to go to, of course, Barnes and Noble to get I think I want to get a Sonia Sanchez book of poetry. I've never read any of her poems. And I was looking up the Black arts movement, and they call her like the mother of the movement. So I wanted to get that because I think my store has it. And then of course I want to go to Barnes and Noble. I already said that. And then of course I want to go to Starbucks. And I need to go to the dollar store. And that's really all I want to do. And of course, read. I don't have any like taxing things. I made sure that my goal this week is to keep I have 2 bedrooms in my apartment, and this room is like my closet, and this always gets like toe up. So my goal is to keep it clean at least this week. I want to see if I can challenge myself. I have a problem where I don't put things back. So I'll literally take a shirt, and instead of hanging it in the closet like a normal human being, I would just put it on the chair, and then it just piles up. And I'm a person that doesn't like to be bothered. And you would think, okay, you don't like to be bothered, put your stuff away. It's not how my mind works. So I like literally was challenging myself, like, let's see if you can, put things back. So I just took these pin curls out. I'm not really feeling, this is my real hair. As you guys know, in a lot of my videos, I do clip-ins because I like the way it, I like the volume and then the length. But I don't feel like wearing clip-ins today. And I'm not putting on any makeup because I'm not going to work. So, yeah, I don't feel like putting no clip-ins today. Let me put on some earrings. And we'll be good to go. I think I'm going to put on my Chanel's. I got these for my 30th birthday. It was a treat to myself. Yeah, I'm gonna put on these. And then we are gonna get going, because I want to be able to come back home at a decent time and still kind of just chill out. If I want to go take another, like if I want to take a nap, I can. I mean, that really is the beauty of having the day off, not going to work, because I do like to at least accomplish something that I wanted to do. So the like thing, ooh girl, I can't get this in my ear. So like the main thing I want to accomplish today is going to Starbucks and working on a blog post. Because yeah, that's like my ultimate goal today, is to do that. And yeah. Girl, it is raining out here like nobody's business. This is not good for girls with natural hair. So tell me why I just left the mall. I went to Barnes and Nobles, as you could see, but the mall is like right next to it. So I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go and see, and yeah, I was in there for about an hour. In my defense, everything I got was clearance, so I didn't spend like, a C note, but that was not in the plans to go to the shopping center. But I sure did. So yeah, I need to get something to eat because I haven't eaten all day. And then of course the plan is to go to Starbucks. So yeah, that's what we are going to do. All right, guys, so I want to show you some of the, well, basically everything I got from the mall today. My unexpected trip. So yeah, I went to, is it Jimmy Jazz? I haven't been here in so long. I mean, the last time I was in Jimmy Jazz was like in high school. Because it's, you know, obviously for like men, like the main demographic is men. But you guys know I love graphic tees, and I try to get graphic tees that are like have black individuals, like anything that's black. So I saw this one, and it's from The Wire, which I've never seen this show. I've never seen this show, but of course I wanted to get it, and it actually was only on sale for $5. So yeah, I have a obsession with t-shirts. This is actually another one that I bought, but from a different store, from a store called City Trend. It's Kid and Play, so I'm excited about that one. And then, of course, I told you guys I was going to Barnes & Noble, and I got the Sonia Sanchez book. Yeah, I'm excited about this. And then I went to H&M. Love going to H&M. I got this sweatshirt from the men's department, and it was on sale. It was on the clearance for $8.99. A lot of my clothing and sweatshirts and things, I get it on like clearance or on sale. I have become like an expert shopper where I know how to like navigate. It's a skill. It honestly is. And a lot of my stuff, like I said, it's clearance or on sale because I like to shop, always have, but I'm real cheap. And now, as an adult, it's like I've gotten even more cheaper. And then I got some trousers for work. Some navy blue ones. You can never have enough trousers. I really love H&M's trousers because actually H&M's what do you call it, like office wear and work attire is really good if you are looking for, you know, that like if you work in an office or whatever. H&M is the way to go. It has really good quality pieces, and yet it's not like over it's not like crazy expensive. But of course I got this on the clearance rack, so instead of paying $20, which is still cheap, I only paid $8.99. So yeah. And then lastly, I got this there was a guy in the mall. You know how when you're walking around you try to ignore people, like try to ignore the sales, but I'm like, oh, I got time today. And he was selling like those, like, you know, perfumes that you can get. I don't know if those are real, but they smell like the real thing. So I actually got Marc Jacobs Perfect, and he has a website, so it's omgoils.com. I like rollerballs. I actually infuse rollerballs into my perfume. I actually use rollerballs every single day along with like actual perfume and lotion. So I have a whole system of how I put on perfume and things because it's an art to that. So yeah, I was really excited to get this, and it actually smells really good. So I'm probably gonna, I put on some today while I was driving, but of course I'll put some on like fully tomorrow when I go into the office. So yeah, and as you guys saw, I went to Starbucks and I did my blog post. And yeah, only thing I did not do today, which I still have some time to do, is obviously read. I mean, the reading vlog is about Rhythms by Donna Hill, which I found out what happened, what was the big horrible thing that happened to Cora. And it was horrible. So yeah. So now she's back home, which that it says in the back of the book that she, you know, something horrible happens to her, and she comes back back home to Mississippi. So now she is back home with her daughter, and girl, that's all I'm gonna say. because I don't want to give it away. But so far, it's really good. I have like 100 and some pages to go. So I'm gonna just kind of chill a little bit, since, I mean, I got home, it's like, what, 7 something, and I've been out since 1. So yeah, that's it. Let me put the stuff back, because I told you guys I want to be able to put things back in place, like it should be. All right. So, oh Lord, I am driving into work this morning. It's like 7:40 something. It is freezing cold. In Michigan, it's like in the morning it's 46. It's like 40 to 50. And I just came to the realization that I'm gonna have to start wearing at least a windbreaker or a trench coat. So especially for the coming months, I know obviously October, because yeah, it's getting cold and I don't want to get sick, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing that, which I have several to choose from, which is a good thing, since I shop like I don't have no common sense. So yeah, but heading into the office. Hopefully today goes by fast. I always say that about every day, because I just be wanting to be home, like half of America. So yeah, hopefully it'll go by fast, which it sometimes does, sometimes doesn't. You know how that can be. So that's all I have to say. So guys, I finished Rhythms by Donna Hill. Whew, this was beyond amazing. Oh my goodness, like I can't even find words. Donna Hill is just an incredible author. That she's one of those authors now, for me, if I see something of hers, I will be getting. I actually got a couple books yesterday by her. Rhythms, if you like The Vanishing Half, you probably like Rhythms. And I'm going to say it's the opposite when it comes to Jude's story. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to give it away. But if you've read The Vanishing Half and you know Jude's story in a little Louisiana town, yeah. Okay, so this story is about a girl named Cora Harvey. Like I stated before in the beginning of the video, just a recap. Cora Harvey, she comes from parents that are well established. They are in the church. Her dad is a preacher. They suddenly die, and she has left on her own. Cora has this beautiful singing voice, and she only sings, in the church, but she wants to, use her voice for another platform, meaning she wants to be well known. She wants to kind of sing in the little clubs. But really she just wants her voice to be heard. So she goes to Chicago and something horrible happens and her life is just turned upside down. She realizes this is not what I signed up for. I need to go back to Rodell, Mississippi. She goes back, she, marries, the love of her life, and she gets pregnant, and she has Emma. Emma hates being in Mississippi. She leaves, and then Emma has a baby whose name is Paris. And then Paris actually has this beautiful singing voice, just like her grandmother. And then you see Paris's life. So this book is set, it's three generations, and it's like 3 stories. So you first have Cora, you have Emma, and then you have Paris. Also, I just found out there is a sequel to this book, and I had to order it. I had to actually order it on thriftbooks.com because I couldn't find it on Amazon. So I want to get back into this world, because even though this is a sequel, it's still, you still got closure, and I love the way it ended, and I could live with that. But the fact that it has a sequel, I want to know even more about Paris's story, who is the daughter and the granddaughter. I love stories that set in the South, mainly because my family on both sides from the South. They're from Louisiana. So some of those sayings, also the language I'm really familiar with. And you also too, when you have stories with grandmothers and you being raised by your grandmother, that always has my heart because I was raised by my grandmother and she's from the South. So stories like that warm my heart. The dialogue in here is just, it's amazing. What I had to do is I when I really like a book, I tend to read back passages and like highlight them and tab them. And I was going back yesterday because I finished this book like 2 days ago. I was going back yesterday reading some more passages. You know how you first read it, when you read it the second time, you pick up on things. And that's what I've been doing. I actually have been tabbing it even more. And I'm probably going to get a second copy of this because I know I want to highlight it and tab it. And yeah, you guys already know I always say I like a pretty fresh copy and then one that I like to highlight and tab. I wanted to read just the first page, a couple of sentences, just for you guys to see the beauty of Donna Hill's writing. It says, down in the Delta, where just beyond Alligator, Mississippi, rests the colored section of Rodell, a community of less than 500 divided unequally by race, wealth, and religion by the left-hand river. It was named such because from the top of the highest tree in Rodell, the rippling river looks like a man's left hand. Yes, it sure does. Well, today, all the black folks and white folks moved heat snake slowly along the dusty, unpaved road, pressed down by the heavy hand of the July sun. You want to know more about that town. And then when you get to Cora, and I would say the interesting character probably is Emma. And when you have a beauty of a good writer, when a character does something wrong you don't agree with, but you still feel sorry for them and you still want them to win, that's when you know that a writer can really tell a story and a writer can really write. And Donna Hill is up there. I'm just so speechless about this book. Now, when I was driving, I'm saying to myself, do I like Vanishing Half better or Rhythms? I gave Vanishing Half a 4.5, but I gave Rhythms 5. I gave Vanishing Half a 4.5 because the ending kind of ended abruptly. I wanted a little bit more from Stella, one of the characters. And this, I just got everything that I needed. But it was something with the Vanishing Half for me that it was a page turner. You want to know what was happening. And not to say that this wasn't a page turner, because you really did want to know what was happening. I would say the beginning was kind of slow pace. And then when Cora went to Chicago, then it picked up and then it just, went on from there, as opposed to from the Vanishing Half, it just like hit you from the first page. So I'm like, it's a tie, but I'm like, well, girl, you get us 5 stars. So my mind all over the place. I'm actually gonna go back again and read some more passages and highlight because I'm obsessed with this book right now. I need to still be in this world. So yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. I just wanted to tell you guys that this book is #1. Please get it and read it. If you have read it, tell me what you thought about it. If you haven't read it, tell me that you're gonna read it. I mean, this is just incredible. We got to put Donna Hill on the map. Donna Hill has over like 20 books. This writer knows how to write. She's been pumping these books out. She kind of gives you the feeling of, I would say, Brittany Sale McFadden, if you like Brittany Sale McFadden. If you like those kind of sister girls, if you like that old Southern type book from the South, you're gonna like it. That dialogue, the dialogue for me is always the key. And she does all of that. So yeah, guys, I could talk about this author over and over again. I'm gushing about this book. So that's all I have for you guys, and I'll be back with more Black books. Bye.